intricately crafted systems, right? It's fantastic for its fans, but the problem is for some people, perhaps it presents too high a barrier of entry, right? And so this is actually a problem for game developers, right, who are trying to adopt new players, right? And so what Creative Assembly
because
are doing,
the fans will get really angry, say you've dumbed down our game. Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the initial response. My sense is, the skill ceiling remains, but the ramp is a little bit smoother for new players, right?
Yes.
And so that's what they're doing. They've got this old, this tutorial character that's been a staple of the series for a long time, but he only appears in tutorials. And so they're thinking, okay, let's use Nvidia ACE to make him more helpful and more fun to interact with. And so today, so look at all the stuff that's happening on the screen. There's a rebel army that's right next to me. I don't know why they spawned as a new player. Today, if I wanted to learn about the game, there's a few things. I could do the tutorial. A lot of people skip those. I could do some research. They also have this encyclopedia in the game. It's extensive.
Yes.
And so instead of trying to learn through some of these means, you could just try the new advisor, which is designed to be a little bit more interactive. And so I can ask a question like, why has a rebellion broken out? And the way it works is fascinating. There's a bunch of also on-device models, retrieval models that are connected to the game's really, really extensive game data. And so it's extracting the right information depending on the question, and then it's using a language model to generate a response. And so here it's telling me, look, the rebellion happened because your happiness is really low, and when that happens, it spawns a rebel army, and you can address this by pausing taxes or issuing royal decrees, which is fine. This is good general advice, right? You can get this from Google. What's cool about a system from this that's baked in the game logic, though, is that it can give you contextually relevant advice. So I can ask, what should I build to improve happiness? And it's going to give me suggestions of what I can actually build. So Senate House or a beer hall, it says, for example. And so I'm here in Kent Min. I'm going to go ahead and check the stuff that I can build. This gives me recruitment. This gives me workforce. This gives me happiness. This is the Senate House, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and I can actually build it. And then maybe one more thing I can show you, in Total War, if you want to go to battle, it's not a quick thing, right? You have to actually travel your army to their location, and that might take some turns, and you have to spend some resources or whatever. And so what you could do is you could use the advisor almost like a war council if you're a new player. Like, okay, can you assess the enemy strength versus my own strength? And so, for example, you might ask, is my army strong enough to defeat the rebels at Uvat-Dua? I'm going to specify because I don't know if there's more rebels elsewhere. And so it's telling me at the moment that I'm stronger, right? And so then I can feel a little bit more. I can feel a little bit more certain that I can go ahead and fight them, for example. And so there's a whole host of things that this advisor is going to be designed to help with. I think that what Creative Assembly are going to do next is they're going to come up with a set of domains that they want the advisor to be able to help with. So it's not going to be omniscient, for example. Like if there's an enemy plotting against you, it's not going to spoil it for you and telling you, oh, this is a character that's planning to assassinate you. Or if there's territory that's covered in the Shroud, for example, it's not going to give you information about that. It's just going to help you with the things that you have access to today, which I think is really neat. And so those domains, they're going to create a playtest program. They're going to invite the Total War community to try it and give feedback to figure out how AI and PCs like this should influence future titles.
To expand it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in the beginning it might be like a helpful advisor, right? But in the future it could be like an advisor that's trying to betray the player, for example, an advisor that's conspiring against the player. They brought up this really interesting idea where you could have a council of advisors. One of them is helpful. One of them is trying to conspire against you, betrays you, and then it becomes a like a quest of the game, this course of revenge with this advisor that conspired against you 50 turns ago, which would come you.
Not necessarily baked into the plot, for example, something that develops as it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
In other words, you could
procedurally generated, essentially. Yeah, exactly.
that you could trigger.
Exactly right. Just from interactions with different AI NPCs. That's kind of what they envision.
Well, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
No, exactly. I was hoping it would get to this point.
Well, it's starting.
It's just
starting
started.
to converge to this.
This
point,
is, yeah, it's just, yeah, this is the beginning.